So let's add in a new product line. So we've got the Blue Dog products here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add in this product line via the WooCommerce products interface. So I'm going to come over here to products. I'm just going to click on this. This is going to take us in. It's going to show us all the current products that we have in place right now. Here's the first one in the list, which is Red Hook Pumpkin Porter, and I've got the Edit Product screen. If I were just to click on this real quick, it'll bring up this screen right here. And you can see this is very similar to most other WordPress edit screens, except there's some other stuff in here. Right now we've got some SKU, regular price, sale prices. We're not using these right now because the actual purchasing portion of the system isn't in use, so we haven't labeled anything there. But these can be used at any time. They're completely active in the system, and that information can be inputted at any time. So down below here, you'll see we have a product short description that is an area that's used as well in this. And here we have our product gallery and our featured images. And these correspond out here too. This is our featured image. On here are the images in our product gallery. And these are all entered in through a very simple interface here that if you're using WordPress, you're very familiar with, which is the WordPress Media Library. That's what it accesses. Up here where you see product short description, that's what we see right here next to the product. Over here is product short description. And then up here, you'll notice right under the product title, we see a table, and that's what we see right down here under product description, and that gives us a table of all of the different features of the product. So below that, we also have some as well, and this is all generated by the WooCommerce system. So to add in a new product, I'm just going to come up here to the top and I'm going to click Add Product. And now I also need to add two new product categories. So actually, before I do this, let's come down here to categories and let's go into product categories. And we're going to add in Blue Dog, and then we're also going to add in Blue Dog Seasonal. What seasonal is in the system here in the back end is just a way to denote the special order only beers. So first let's enter in Blue Dog, and we don't have to enter in any information at all except just the title, which is Blue Dog. Then we just click Add Product Category, and all of a sudden we get Blue Dog right up there. So now let's add in Blue Dog Seasonal. Here we go. That's going to be our special request only beers. But we're just going to go ahead and call it seasonal for the sake of brevity. Let's go now that we've added in our product categories. Now let's go over and add in a product. So the first thing we want to add in is not our seasonal ones or our special request onlys, but just our regular products. So the first one that we're going to add in here is going to be the Blue Dog Green Collar. So let's go ahead and take title here. Sorry, my mouse is acting a little funny today. I apologize about that. I've got to get a new mouse. Okay. Paste that in there, Blue Dog Green Collar. Now remember, this is what's going to show up in the product description. So we're going to want to put part our information in this particular one. We're going to want this to show up right next to the product. So I'm going to take all of the rest of this information right here, and I'm going to copy it in, and then I'm going to format it real quick. Let's copy that in, and I need to see a little better here, so I'm going to stretch this out here. Okay. All right. First of all, I want to make that a heading. Let's make it a heading 3. If that happens, just put a line break in there and then click heading 3. Sometimes WordPress will act a little funny as it writes code in the background here. And as it's doing that, sometimes you'll just kind of, if you don't see this highlight like you just saw it right there, that means that it didn't actually place that code in there. So then just come up here and place a line break in there, and you'll be able to place that code in there. I'm going to make this one a little smaller with a heading 4. Make this a heading 4 as well, and another heading 4. Down here, I'm going to make these bold. Okay, so now let's add in our featured image. I'm going to click Set Featured Image, and now I'm going to need to upload a file. And so I'm going to come over here to the Dropbox, to Nine Island, into Blue Dog, Green Collar, and I've got one that is 400 by 400 pixels. Need to make sure that your product images are square. Generally speaking, 400 by 400 to 500 by 500 is your best bet right there. So we click Set Featured Image. It's going to place that in there. I don't have any products to add into the product image, to add into the gallery. But if I did, I would just add it in the exact same way as you just saw me do it right there. So now I'm going to come up here and select Blue Dog for the category. All right, so we don't have a table in here. This is the only difference that we saw between the last ones. We don't have a table in there. If we wanted a table in there, we would actually just highlight the entire table from one product and copy it in, and it would copy all that code directly in there, and you wouldn't have to worry about going in and manually creating a table or anything. You can just copy, you can just come into the text area right here and copy and paste that code right over here and get that table, and then come into the visual portion and edit it. And we'll go over that in a later video. But anyway, so now we've got all the primary things that we need for our product. So now we're going to click Publish. May take a little bit here. The system's running a little slow. We've been doing quite a bit of development on it today, just kind of finishing up all the little loose ends that needed to be tied up. All right, second here. There we go. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and let's view our product. I'm going to open it up here in a different window so that we can now take a look at it. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's coming up. I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. We see we've got our information as we entered it in. Doesn't look too good, though. These need to be smaller, don't they? They do. So let's go back over here, and let's go ahead and change this. We'll just start from right here and right up here, and let's change this from a heading 4. Change it down to a heading 5. And then we'll hit Update. Once again, I am going to pause just a second. Okay, so here we are back at our product page. Take a look at this now. Now this looks formatted much better. This text down here is smaller. We've still got a nice tagline up here. We've got our title right there. Quick information down here. Reviews yet, and we're not showing any related products because we don't have any products related to Blue Dog yet. This is the first one we've added in. So okay, so excellent. We've got our first product there. So now in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in this product up here into the menu.